Hey guys, it's Daniel Tardy, and today we're answering a question from Rebecca, one of our customers, and she sent in this question about marketing. I love marketing. It's one of my favorite subjects, and I gotta be honest, I'm not a classically trained marketer, but I've been working with Dave and our incredible marketing team here for 14 years, and we've learned a thing or two about what works and what doesn't work. So Rebecca's question is, hey guys, I've been spending a lot of money with Facebook, and over the time that I've done this, early on, I got a lot of results, but lately, because the formulas have changed with Facebook, we're seeing diminishing results. What do I do, and how do I know where to best invest my marketing dollars? Well, Rebecca, this is a great question, and guess what? Welcome to the club. About the time we get it figured out, something changes in marketing. That's always been true. It's always going to be true. So there's a skill that we can learn here on how to think about the way that we measure success and the way we spend our marketing dollars. So what I like to do is kind of plot it on a big sheet of paper. Literally, I put this up here as a quadrant and two lines across the paper here, one left to right, one top to bottom. And in the top left quadrant is our high return quadrant. Okay, so I'm gonna write return right up here at the top. And this is super elementary, and I'm even misspelling return, but it's fine. You know, you have to spell it right to get this done the right way. So down here at the bottom is gonna be your low return, and then up here at the top is gonna be your high return. And then across the bottom here, this is your investment, or you can just say this is how much we spend on marketing. Now, if you're running a business, you should know at least give or take how much money you're spending every month in total dollars going towards marketing. This isn't just going to an agency or to ad buys or media, but this is also the entire payroll that you have tied up. So if you have marketers on staff, if you have creative people who are working on marketing assets, take all of that money and go, what does that cost us every month? That's your spend. That's how much is going out the door. And so what we like to do is kind of plot where is our highest ROI, or return on investment. And that's always going to be up here in the high return but low spend. So if I don't have to spend a lot of money, but I get a lot of results, that's a really good place to be. So we'll put a smiley face up here in that top left quadrant. Of course, we don't want to be down here where we're not getting a lot of results, but this is where we experiment. We may try some things that are not a big investment, but we're testing things that we want to scale up into the top left quadrant, okay? Now, clearly out here where we're spending a lot of money and we're not getting a lot of results, that's not a place we want to hang out very long. We want to put all of our money as best we can up in this top left quadrant. But I want to encourage you guys to realize that even though you may have things like Facebook, if you're plotting all your different places where your spend is going, over time, things are going to shift out of this top left quadrant and they're going to shift into the top right quadrant, where you're still getting a decent return, but you're having to spend more money to get that return. That's normal. That typically happens as an industry gets established, like a Facebook, digital advertising, the game changes, the stakes get higher, people start to dial in how much they can actually charge you for that. It may still be worth spending money here in the top right quadrant. You just aren't getting the return that you used to. The thing you want to watch up here is the return on investment over time actually paying you what you need, because it could be that you're paying more per lead and the quality of the lead is going up. And in theory, that means you're getting a better customer who's going to stay with you longer. We call that the lifetime value. So think about the lifetime that a customer is with you. If they spend more money with you over time, you may have had to pay a little bit more for them on the front end if they fall into the top right quadrant, but they're actually worth more because they're a better quality lead. They're a better quality customer, okay? So typically what I like to look at is about 70% of our marketing dollars going to this top left high return on investment quadrant. I'm okay with about 20% being over here in the top right quadrant, where it's a high investment, but it's also a high return. As soon as it starts to drop down, and this is where it's key to plot these things and watch your return on investment monthly, quarterly, and annually. Don't just check it once a year, because it can shift on you pretty quick. Once it drops below this line to where you're spending a lot of money and you're not getting a high return, or God forbid, in some cases, you're getting no return. And this happens if we're not measuring in business. We can be throwing a lot of money out there in marketing spend, and none of it's actually coming back, but we feel like, well, we need to do it because marketing, it just matters. It's important. So let's just throw money on the wall and hope that it comes back. That's not going to happen if you don't measure it and watch it like a hawk. So watch where your activities are at. Look at the different channels. If you're working with an agency, make sure they can tell you where the dollars are going and what the return looks like. You got to be able to track this stuff. So build it out. It can be as rudimentary as this crazy scorecard that I just built where I even misspelled stuff, or you can do it in Excel and build it out with a really robust platform. There's options out there, software, you can track this thing. But the key is you got to measure it. Peter Drucker said, what gets measured gets managed. So measure your marketing dollars, pay attention to it. Marketing drives revenue, and revenue is the lifeblood of your business. So if you're going to do anything as the leader, this is an area you don't want to take your eye off the ball. Rebecca, I hope that helps. We love what you guys are doing out there. EntreLeadership here. We are here to serve you, empower you guys. We believe in what you're doing. Go get them.